Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while and I apologise for that. I kind of didn't like what I uploaded, so I'm starting again thanks to Rebecca Jade Gibson. Thanks Rebecca, she bullied me into it. But I thought, what better way to start again on my YouTube channel than World Mental Health Day. Now I wanted to use this video to basically share my story of what I have had to deal with and what my link to mental health is, and just share a bit about my experience with having mental illness. So I have depression, I have anxiety, and I have stress. Those are all mental illnesses. Anxiety is probably the biggest issue in my life at the minute. Anxiety is my life, basically. It is my life day in, day out. No matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, it is my life, and that is how it has been for most recently, like the past year. I had my first anxiety attack earlier this year. So basically I was on holiday with some friends in Barcelona and I was put in an uncomfortable position, and all I remember was I was sat outside in a balcony surrounded by my friends, and I remember just completely shaking, like my legs wouldn't stop trembling, and it was getting worse to the point where my legs were like jolting and I couldn't control what my legs were doing, and then my whole body started shaking and I began to like feel like I was going to cry at any minute. So I messaged my friend who I know suffers with anxiety as well, and I messaged her and she told me to go, if I could, and go into a separate room away from everybody else. So I did. I got up, I left the situation and I went into the bathroom, and all I remember from that night was just bursting into tears the minute I got into the bathroom. And I was on the phone to my friend Kelsey. Hi Kelsey, if you're watching this. And she was really great at helping me because I was proper panicking to the point where I could hardly breathe, and on top of that I was crying and I was shaking, and it was horrible. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. Like, it was absolutely horrible, and I haven't since had an anxiety attack quite like that, but I have had minor anxiety attacks since. I don't really have anxiety attacks, but I do have anxiety. The main way that anxiety affects me every day is the fact that I constantly worry, and I worry about the tiniest things, and things I shouldn't even be worrying about, that normal people without anxiety would not be worrying about. It can be something and nothing, like just the most random thing, and my brain goes into overdrive and it's all I think about. And sometimes it can be like things that happened like ages ago and I just think about it and I'm like, oh my god, what if I had done that, and why did I do that? But in my daily life I constantly think, oh my god, they really don't want to be around me, they don't like me. I think about my friends, I think about my work colleagues sometimes, I think about my housemates because I live with 4 other people, and I think about that. I constantly think that they don't like me. It's not just a case of, oh, stop worrying. Like, it's all about the inner voice in your head, and you've got one side, especially in my head, I've got one side of my head going, no, they do like you, like, what are you worrying about? And then the other side's going, no, they don't like you, why would they want to be friends with you? Like, and I think that has affected some of my friendships. I mean, a lot has happened this year in my life, and I've pushed friends away, I've been blinded by certain people because I thought they were the right people I wanted to be around, but I am now in a place where I have been able to say, no, I don't want you in my life. If you're going to be like that with me, then I don't need you. I've lost friendships, but I've gained friendships at the same time. And then we have the old friend of depression. I I am not currently taking antidepressants, but I'll get on to like that later. But I am depressed. I don't feel ashamed to say that. I have probably been depressed for mainly like the last 2 years, because 2 years ago I went to drama school in Guildford and I had nowhere to live. I was struggling with money. I had 2 jobs. I was doing drama school plus 2 jobs. I had no time to myself at all, and I was living off a sofa, and I didn't get along with my classmates. I didn't think they liked me. They all found anxiety playing up there, and to be honest, the school didn't do much to help me. I'm not going to name the school because I don't feel there's any point, but I got to a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I didn't want to go to the school anymore. I didn't enjoy it. And I remember going to a meeting with the principal, and basically I got shoved out the door. They didn't want to know me. I said to them, I think I'm ill. And she basically said to me, go home. Just go home. Like, there was no offer of support from a counsellor, from someone at the school. They just basically shut the door in my face, to be honest. And now I look back, I'm like, yeah, I did the right thing. I was there for 7 weeks, and if I would have still been there, I would have been in 3rd year right now. And I don't actually know how I would have been if I'd have continued on there, but that has had a knock-on effect, because I used to love doing acting. It was like my favourite thing. I used to love doing singing. But now, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't find enjoyment in it, which again is one of the side effects of depression. You can like lose enjoyment in things you once loved. And I think it's because of the bad experience I had at drama school, because it's such a hard industry to get into anyway, but I don't think technically I could put myself through going to drama school again, and I don't think for me personally there is any way of me getting into the industry without going to drama school. So since then I've moved to London. I've lived in London for almost 2 years. I love the city. I'm really happy here most of the time. Like, I have made so many friends down here, but it can be a lonely place, and sadly that has again a knock-on effect on my depression. I have to share a house with 4 other people, and that is very hard because I can't afford a place of my own. I have to share, and with my personality, like it's really hard to do that. When I have my days off of work, I have Monday and Tuesday off, and if none of my friends make plans with me, I basically sit in my room on my own, and I will avoid going to social events. Like, I won't go to parties, and I will rarely go up and meet with my friends, even though I really want to. Like, I do try and push myself and ask friends to make plans, but sometimes like I'm like, no, they won't want to spend with you. Why are you asking them? Why are you bothering asking them? And again, anxiety. So I kind of isolate myself, and that's really not great. And tie along with that stress, especially like living in London. I'm very stressed living in this house at the minute because of the fact I live with a housemate who's not very nice to me, if I'm honest. And I am now revolving my life around making sure I don't have to see him, and that makes life very difficult. And also, when people do stuff that I don't like, I get angry very easily. I get upset very easily. Like, we have a group chat, and sometimes someone puts on a really aggressive message, or it's really rude, or it's sarcastic, and it's aimed at me. I get really upset, and then that ruins my entire day. I mean, sometimes I've gone to work and been in the shittest mood because of one little comment on the group chat, and that's kind of not okay for me to be like that. I don't want to be like that anymore. Like, it's not cool. It's really hard to live with the fact that I am like that. And I manage the bills in the house. I'm basically like the mum of the house, so to speak, kind of. And people don't pay me on time. People are rude to me. When I ask them for money, I have to ask them more than once. And when they don't send me the money on time, that means the bills don't get paid on time, which then panics me, and I get anxiety about having to pay the bills because no one's paid me, etc, etc. It's just, it goes on and on. Like, it's a never-ending circle. I got to a point a few weeks ago where I was waking up in tears practically almost every day. Sometimes I was crying at work, sometimes I'll come home and I'll just feel so deflated. I used to be so into food, like food is my thing, I love food. But because I'm so stressed and depressed and anxiety and everything, I don't eat as much, and that slightly worries me because my body is like not even warning me that it needs food, and then if I don't feel hungry, I'm not gonna eat. So my diet has gone to shit because of this illness. I have really, really achy muscles to the point where I walk up one flight of stairs and my legs are in so much pain. I am constantly tired, even though I set myself like a bedtime so I like have the same amount of sleep every night. Constantly tired, trouble sleeping, like getting to sleep. I wake up during the night to go to the toilet sometimes. I have really bad heartburn. It affects my whole body. Like, I cannot express like how badly stress, depression and anxiety affects like my body, my life, my surroundings, the way I am. I'm not a happy person. Like, the majority of the time I'm a miserable cow. Like, I really find it hard to be happy. So I got to the point where I was like, right, enough is enough, I have to get help. So I booked an appointment with my doctors, and I went to the doctors and I told him everything, and he then has told me that I have to go to a counsellor, and I sent off my stuff straight away, and I'm still on the waiting list, or I haven't even been contacted by them, and that was like 2 weeks ago. So I'm in a waiting game at the minute. I'm waiting for someone to help me. He did mention antidepressants, but I said no because he didn't think I needed them. Like, he said try counselling first, but I have an appointment in the next few weeks and I'm gonna say I need them. How I am coping at the minute is I am trying to get out more. Like, today on World Mental Health Day, I decided I want to go to Primark. I'm gonna go to Primark. So I got on the bus and I went to Wood Green and I went to Primark and I bought myself some lovely stuff, and I feel so much better that I've got out of bed, I've done stuff with my day rather than staying in the house by myself. And that, it's just the little achievements like that that make me feel much better. I sometimes go for a walk. Anyone who knows me will know that Mamma Mia is my favourite musical, and I've seen it like 22 times. And one of the reasons I go is to help with my mood. Like, it lifts my mood. And the other week I wasn't feeling like going, and that is the first time I've ever felt like that about not wanting to go to see Mamma Mia. But you know, I went and I saw Sarah, and Sarah, if you're watching this, and I saw her and she gave me a hug, and then she sent me the most loveliest message, and she has been a great help to me. She's my inspiration. She's the reason that I keep going. Sometimes she's the only reason I smile, and yeah, like the people on the back here, all the reason I keep smiling, which is why I have that actually, because it helps when I look at it and I can see everyone that I love on there. It's great. So I would say, like, try and keep doing what you love. Think of things that you can do to keep your mind occupied. like today, me going out shopping. It occupied me for 2 hours and it was great. And ultimately, if you are suffering from a mental health illness, go and get help. Take a friend to the doctors. I mean, Rebecca was supposed to come with me to the doctors, but unfortunately circumstances didn't allow that to happen, and I wasn't going to go because she couldn't come with me. But then I thought, no, I am going to go. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do this for myself, and I did. And I would have loved to have my mum or a friend there with me, but you know. But if you can have a friend or a parent go with you, then do it. I cannot recommend going to the doctor enough. Like, they will understand, they will help you, and hopefully I will get the help I need, and I will start to feel a lot better in myself. Maybe a few things I want to say is, if you know someone's suffering with depression, anxiety, stress, whatever it might be, and like they're not themselves, they might be grumpy, they might not smile a lot, don't then say to them, oh, why are you not smiling, you need to smile more, or oh, stop worrying, like it's nothing to worry about. Don't say stuff like that, like, because that's not helpful in any way at all. I mean, I still have people say that to me because I do find it hard to smile, but you don't know what's going on in that person's head, so just don't say anything like that. One thing I would say is, give people hugs. Hugs are great, and hugs are so nice. Like, I have lots of hugs at work. When people know that I'm feeling crap, my friends are great at giving hugs. And yeah, they're the best thing. Like, they cheer you up, they make me happy, and so yay, some more hugs. Give more hugs, guys. Just give them out. They're free. I'm still waiting on help, and I think more needs to be done to pay more people to help, to help people with mental illnesses, because I'm probably going to be put on a waiting list. And why does a waiting list even exist? Like, surely there is money out there that can be given to people to work in the mental health industry where they can help people. Because I'm having to wait now, and I could get really, really ill. But come on, government, come on, sort it out, please. That was my video for World Mental Health Day. I hope it's helped at least one person, because if it's helped at least one person, I'll be extremely happy. If you want to see more videos from me, then click the like button and also subscribe down below, and help get my subscribers up, because I would love to have more subscribers, and it would make me even more likely to upload anything more than this. So yeah, I'll see you all soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys!